But I want to ask you a little bit about Jack Campbell, because I by all accounts, Daniel, he had a really good training camp, and there was a feeling like, hey, maybe he's found himself mentally and physically, and maybe he could play 45 games again or 50 games. Like, I mean, what's a realistic expectation right now for Jack Campbell, given the way the opener went?
Yeah, well, whether it's Campbell or Stuart Skinner, 750 save percentage is going to be a little bit higher, regardless of the shot quality. I mean, you're not going to win with 750 goaltending. And you're right, Ian. I mean, in the preseason, Jack Campbell was probably the best story coming out of the preseason. They played him 3 times, twice on the road. And in the last game where Seattle brought a very NHL veteran lineup, I think maybe 1 or 2 regulars missing from that group. So when you look at the quality of competition that Campbell faced versus Stuart Skinner, it was heavily favored in Campbell's favor in terms of how tough the competition was. And he outplayed Stuart Skinner. Skinner really only had 1 bad game in the 3, and it was on the road. But Campbell allowed 1 goal in each game, and again against some pretty quality lineups. Looked very good doing it too, and I think there was a lot of optimism going into the year, especially after the year that he had last season. He said he's worked on his mental game a lot in the summer, worked with goaltending coach, former NHL goaltending coach, and NHL goaltender Mandy Legacy. So there was a lot of things that he needed to address. Some of that is, he's incredibly hard on himself. I think that's the secret's out on that one. And he's been trying to kind of taper that back a little bit. But I mean, we're talking about a small sample size, a period and a bit in the season opener, where I don't know how many, maybe 1 you could fault him, but again, you kind of need to get some saves. And the way the Oilers goaltending tandem is set up is they have 2 good goaltenders. I mean, Jack Campbell's been a starter in this league. Stuart Skinner was a Calder Trophy runner-up last year. And they're hoping they can get something. Like, they're hoping one guy can really grab it. They're going to need both guys because they don't have a true starter. Between what they hoped were defensive improvements and obviously the offense and power play being what it is, they're hoping that good goaltending can carry them through. And they're not getting that right now, and they're going to need at least that to be considered a realistic cup contender. But I would look for both guys to be, sharing the load, and whoever can kind of grasp it early on is the guy who's going to take it. And that's kind of what happened last season. And by American Thanksgiving, Stuart Skinner had won the net and taken the ball from there.